Aloha Headsets, Frank here, and it's time for your daily update. Now, I hope you've enjoyed these daily updates, but I want to try a little format change. So, instead of full stories, I'll give you the gist and a little opinion. And if you want to know more, I'll link the full story in the description. This way, we can cover more information in a shorter amount of time. But please, if you preferred the old way, let me know. House hunting. Real estate agents are developing applications that will allow potential buyers to visit a home on their own time. I think visiting a potential home whenever I want will be amazing and extremely time-saving, but honestly, I'd rather preview a restaurant. And thanks to Visionese, a company out of Penn State, that is becoming a reality. This is just the beginning, but soon you'll be able to pick out your date night spot, hop into VR, make sure it suits your taste, hey, maybe even pick your table, all while in the comfort of your own home. But that's not all. The PGA Tour is also starting their own VR broadcast. Just imagine standing on the green, getting to watch the pros like you're right next to them. Seems like most major sporting corporations are catching on that virtual reality can really add to an experience. But they're not the only ones. Using technology of the future to dig up history of the past, students are taking part in a paleontological dig that will use 3D and virtual reality to create a dinosaur that you can touch. And at SeaWorld, San Diego, a virtual reality experience in the new land will allow visitors to virtually swim with orcas and come nose to nose with killer whales. It's crazy what VR can make possible, and it looks like it's beginning to pop up everywhere. Like I keep saying, the wider the adaptation, the broader the community. And one community member has an amazing story. Bob Murphy was born without 3 fingers on one hand, and since purchasing the Oculus Touch controllers, he has begun to feel sensation in parts of his fingers he never even had. Now tell me that isn't amazing. And something in a way just as amazing, there is now a VR recreation of the full Hyrule map from the Super Nintendo classic Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I really pray Nintendo gets on the ball and does something like this, because I'll buy a Switch then. And speaking of gaming, Google has teamed up with Firelight Technologies and Audiokinetic to create a suite of tools that are now accessible through Fmod and Wise that integrate seamlessly with Unity and Unreal engines, allowing more than just daydream devs to create immersive 3D audio. Now, I'm no dev, but that sounds pretty cool if you are. And speaking of software, VR Backupper offers a better way to back up your Oculus content than the official method from Oculus. The free utility lets you back up, restore, and relocate your Oculus directory and gives you full control over your Oculus installation. Now, as most of you know, I don't own a Rift, but this seems like a much easier method than what was previously the case. And if we're talking simplicity, it looks like with just a few hours left of its Kickstarter campaign today, the awesome VRGE virtual reality hardware charging dock has now received enough pledges to make the step to the next stage of development. These look awesome, and I just may need to make a purchase. And speaking of purchases, have you seen the new Chick-fil-A ads? Also, you can stop by your local spot and see if they still have any VR headsets for you to take home. Hey, they do work. And while we're on the subject of headsets, a new wearable version of Simon that is out this fall immerses players in a memory-challenging rainbow. Now that's fun, but accidents caused by texting and driving are not. And to drive home the message, AT&T, in partnership with the Michigan State Police, is bringing a virtual reality simulator to University Prep Science and Math High School, allowing students to experience firsthand how dangerous it is to take their eyes off the road and glance at a phone. Hopefully something like this will help. It makes me happy to see more practical VR applications, like the My MRI King app, available for free on the Play Store, that takes users on a 360 tour of a hospital and the MRI scanner that will ultimately carry out their scan. An app like this could really help to maybe relax an anxious and stressed out child, but what about parents? Well, Australian Relax VR is looking to bring VR into high-pressure corporate environments to relieve occupational stress. And that's exactly what I need these days, a little relaxation. That's it for today. I'm Frank, and don't forget, in virtual reality, we can be ourselves.
PSVR Frank. It's lit!
Hey you, check out this video, or this video. And if you haven't already, freaking subscribe. I mean, come on!